Hey everyone, welcome. It's Bobby at Bloomin' Hearts. I wanted to share with you a card I was making today. It is really pretty. It is using the Star of Light from the Christmas catalog, the holiday catalog. It is so pretty. It does have thinlits that go with it, but I didn't use the thinlits tonight. I just used embossing powder, and I embossed everything in white, a bunch of the stars, and then I did what's called the smooshing technique on the back. And we're going to put this card together, but I wanted to show you how I got to this point. So what you'll need is, I have this plastic tray that I use when I'm doing a messy technique because I tend to be pretty messy on my own. So this is the piece that I have embossed, and I don't know if you can see it on there when I tip it against the light, but it's got all the snowflakes on it. Oh, and I just dropped my wax paper. I had another piece somewhere. Don't know what I did with it. Let me cut this one in half. I don't want all my colors to run together until I'm ready for them to run together, and they tend to smush together if you put them all on one piece of wax paper. Let me lay this here somewhere. Okay, so what you're going to do with this technique is you're just going to put a couple drops on. Now I don't know what I did with my clear piece that I had in my hand. I'll get another one. Let me cut one up here real quick. I save all these little bags that stuff comes in when you buy the stamps and embossing folders and stuff. And I just cut pieces out of these bags and use them. That way you can just throw them away when you're done and you don't have to worry about reusing anything. So this is just one of the bags that came with an embossing pad in it, or you know what I mean. Sometimes I can't say what I mean even though I know what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this so I have a piece of this clear window sheet type stuff, and I'm just going to drop 3 or 4 drops of each color on the wax paper. I don't want them to run together. This little plastic tray I bought, they have in the pet food section, and it's to sit your dog bowls on. And I had went to get one for my little Quiggly boy because he makes such a mess around his water dish. He's always got water all over the floor. And when I found the size of it, I thought, oh geez, this is a cool thing for me to have in the craft room on my messy days, which could be every day, honestly. Okay, so we're just going to add a little water to each one of these colors. Thin it down. You don't want it to be really, really dark. And what I have got is Flirty Flamingo, Dapper Denim, and Sweet Sugarplum. Sometimes I get the names of these colors wrong. You may have noticed the other day when I was doing a video I said I used grass green. It's garden green. So you're just going to dip this in here and then just kind of manipulate it around wherever you want it. And you can thin it down more if you want it to be lighter. Now I'll get some of the Flirty Flamingo and put that in there. Oops, there it goes running, going everywhere. And as you do this, you'll see the embossing start to show up. I want a little bit of the blue over here. Put some more of the pink out here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. so I don't have it all over myself. Put some blue over in here. I'm going to water down the blue a little bit more. And just keep dabbing it around and manipulate it wherever you want it to be. Whoops. Put some of the purple in here. The Sugarplum. It's not really purple, but it is. I want all the area to be covered. It turns out really pretty. We need some more blue over here. Balance this out. Just keep working it around till you get everything covered the way you like it. Kind of looks like a hot mess while you're doing it, but it turns out pretty, I think. And some Sugarplum up here. It's wanting to slide around on me everywhere. Put some more Sugarplum up here. Okay. Doesn't look too exciting right now, but it looks really pretty when it dries. Now you can wipe these off and reuse them if you want to. Although I'm not terribly worried about it because I have a whole ton of them. And these you can just throw away when you're done. And this tray just cleans up with a baby wipe. I'm going to lay this aside because it takes it a while to dry. I'll clean this up after we're done with the video. I'm getting blue everywhere all over me. And I don't want to get it on anything else. So I'm going to lay that aside. Dry my hands off. So I have the finished one here. And I have a piece of, I think I cut this down to 3 3/4 by, look at my hand, 3 3/4 by 5, I think. I'll have all the measurements on the website for you though. And then I have a piece of white cardstock to mount it on. And we'll just center that up on there. Like that. I let it dry overnight. And after it got dry to the touch, I laid a the largest of the stamping blocks over it just to flatten it out, because sometimes when they get really saturated like that they tend to warp a little bit, and it just flattened it right out. And you can see I'm not having any trouble with it sticking up at all. So there's that, and I just cut a little banner out of Merry Christmas. And I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but you can emboss any of Stampin' Up's colors. All you have to do is stamp whatever you want in Versamark, then clean your stamp real good and stamp it with the color of ink you want to emboss right on top of the Versamark. and then use clear embossing powder, and you can emboss in any color you want. And then I'm just going to put the Merry Christmas across here at an angle. And then on the inside I have a verse that came from the same stamp set, and I used from the mini treat bag thinlits this border of stars, and I punched out the stars down both sides so that the blue would show through. And I'm just going to adhere this down, but I got to stay away from the stars, so I'll just put it down the center. And I stamped it in blue. This is all in Night of Navy and Whisper White. And then the colors I used were Sweet Sugarplum, Flirty Flamingo, and, Dapper Denim. And that's all there is to it. It's a really pretty card, and I thought the inside was gorgeous with the hearts punched out, and you can see a little embossed design around them. It's just really pretty. And then the envelope I did to match. I used the smallest star on the flap, and on the front it says the light of heaven, and I put a little star above that. So that'll make a really pretty set for somebody. So I hope you liked this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you soon. Thanks guys. Have a great day. Bye.